Arsenal's missing part of the attacking puzzle, and also top target for the summer transfer window, Alexander Isak, born on September 21st, 1999, is a 24-year-old Swedish professional football player who currently plays as a centre forward for the English Premier League club Newcastle United. And it will be remembered that he signed a lucrative deal, a 6-year contract with the club, but this does not deter the current deal that is on, and that definitely was amounting to £37.44 million with an annual salary of £6.24 million. In the 2022-2024 season, and we're talking about the Premier League season, he played 21 games, scoring 14 goals and providing 1 assist. And not forgetting that he also had a game played in the UEFA Champions League. He played actually a number of games in the UEFA Champions League. He appeared in 5 matches and scored once. It will be put to note that Isak is also known as a player who's quite disciplined, and also played a match in the EFL Cup where he scored 1 goal, standing at 1.92 meters. Actually, Isak is represented by the agency Universal 22. He represents the Swedish national team and has attracted attention from Arsenal with rumors of a potential £100 million bid. So let's definitely get into this transfer in detail and everything that you definitely need to know. Let's get the party started. So we definitely know that things are going on quite well for the football club Arsenal, and at this moment in time, Arsenal is trying its level best to make sure it can get the best of football players, and looking at Alexander Isak, really, I think he will do a good job. Let's get started with this super deal. So, is Isak the perfect summer signing for the football club Arsenal? The answer for me is definitely yes. And let's get this party rolling at this moment in time. So, haven't greeted you, have I? Hey there, Arsenal fans. How are you? How's your day been? How's everything been? And now we're going to be diving into this very transfer. This is a hot one, straight from the transfer rumor mill. You definitely know that's right about here at the Arsenal chapter. It seems like we might be in for a thrilling summer, as you definitely know the reports suggest that Arsenal could be making a massive £100 million bid for none other than Alexander Isak. And according to The Sun, Newcastle is sweating bullets at this moment in time over the possibility of Arsenal. And not only Arsenal are interested in the youngster, but also Tottenham Hotspurs are also interested. So Newcastle is sweating bullets, as I told you before, over the possibility of Arsenal and Tottenham Hotspurs are swooping in with heavy offers, and these offers definitely for the talented young striker. And now, I must ask, why all the fears, over Isak? What's definitely going on? Well, it seems like there are some financial fair play concerns looming over Newcastle United, and it will be noted that selling Alexander Isak might be their way out of the woods, and I think that is where we are at this moment in time. The Swedish sensational has been a revelation at Newcastle, netting 28 goals in 58 appearances since his arrival from Real Sociedad. Yeah, and it will be noted that in 2022, this season, before it was as I talked about 2022, but putting the focus on this season alone, he already bagged 14 goals, in 21 appearances, and that is Premier League outings that he's gone to, and definitely scored. That's the kind of firepower that could seriously bluster Arsenal's attacking options, and I hope you understand what I mean by that. But what's even more intriguing is that Alexander Isak's recent comments really hinted about a potential move away from the football club, Newcastle United. He's quoted saying, "If things show up, things can definitely happen." Now, if that isn't a hint, what should we call it? I don't know what I could call it if that's not a hint. Sure, it will be noted that Eddie Howe might be singing praises of Alexander Isak, hoping he stays, and he has been putting a lot of praises, but let's be realistic, yeah? Let's be realistic right here. Money talks, isn't it? And Arsenal might just have to cash in to make Newcastle a big offer, a massive offer they cannot refuse. And why wouldn't Isak be tempted for a red side of North London? I don't see any reason as to why Alexander Isak, because him as a football player, I must say, he's very in for this. He's very ready for this. With Mikel Arteta at the helm, I definitely know that we are seeing a rejuvenated Arsenal, a wonderful one and a reformed one and a better one than how it was. One that's very hungry for success, that's it, and also ready to compete at the highest level. So I think that Isak could be the missing piece in the attacking puzzle. You definitely know that, if these rumors really hold any weight, Arsenal might just witness the next big transfer saga unfold at the Emirates. Last time we thought, Manchester City is going to beat Arsenal on Declan Rice, but it didn't happen. And at this time round, I think the club Arsenal is going to beat Tottenham Hotspur to sign Alexander Isak. So, Arsenal faithful, I think it's going to be a wonderful move for the football club Arsenal to get the football player, because he's been linked to the club Arsenal for a while now, because he's played when he was moving to Newcastle United. It will be noted that when he was moving to Newcastle United, it was quite a bit challenging for the football club Arsenal, because Arsenal tried to make sure that they can get Alexander Isak in the last summer transfer window. So in the summer transfer window when he moved, the summer transfer window of when he moved to Newcastle, but it didn't happen. So Arsenal has been trying to make sure they can get Alexander Isak, but all in vain. Whereas a football player like him definitely moving to the football club Arsenal would mean quite a lot, and I think that is definitely the way to go for the football club Arsenal. If Arsenal can get the youngster, the football player, and put him in the squad of Arsenal, that would be quite good. So let's be realistic. What are the chances and what is the reality that Arsenal, now we're being realistic at an honest point of view, what is the possibility that Arsenal could sign Alexander Isak? We need to understand that this is not the other Arsenal where whenever a club showed a bit of interest in an Arsenal target, then Arsenal would have to move a little bit back and let go. Now, we've watched Arsenal transform, with the owners willing to dash out a lot of money. Standing Josh Karionke before, people were not very happy with them, and I'm glad that they changed their ways after quite a lot of strikes, really. There were strikes and demonstrations, people saying the Karaoke should leave the club because people were not feeling their input, because they've got quite a lot of investments in America. People were saying they are putting their investments in America rather than investing into the club. But ever since the landing of Mikel Arteta, Arsenal has transformed, and also their willingness, their willingness to offer out, to give money to the football manager for the great work that he needs to do has definitely improved. They have injected in quite a lot of money, and that's why we're seeing Arsenal performing, and that's why we're seeing Arsenal getting these football players. Remember, sometimes it's not even the money; it's also knowing exactly what to do, because when you look at a football club like Chelsea that has a lot of money spent, over £1 billion in a few seasons, but still their position in the Premier League table is worrying, But Arsenal has not spent as much money as Newcastle, as Chelsea has, but they've got the right football players in. They've got the best football players in, and they've spent where it is definitely necessary, and it's definitely brought results on table for the football club Arsenal. And you can see the buying of football players like Gabriel Jesus, and that was an essential buy. And yet the other football player that was bought from Manchester City. Arsenal got two football players from Manchester City, and they have really impacted on the game. You can see every football player that Arsenal has bought. Look at Declan Rice. All the football players that Arsenal has bought and have definitely come up and performed when it is definitely very necessary. Look at Jorginho, his performance, his experience. I think we need to give credit where it's due, and giving Mikel Arteta credit, plus the current technical director, former sporting director of Arsenal. We're talking about Edu Gaspar. The combination of Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar is definitely a good one, and that's why we are seeing positive results. And we definitely know, or we know for a fact, that Alexander Isak is going to be signed by the football club Arsenal, because they have already showed interest. And when you see how he plays and his statistics, you can definitely tell that Arsenal is going to hold on and make sure that everything is done properly. But Arsenal is going to definitely, I think, have a positive. I'm very positive about this, that Arsenal is going to sign Alexander Isak, because Arsenal being able and willing to pay £100 million for Alexander Isak. We're talking about £100 million for a football player, and Newcastle is. With Newcastle having financial fair play, FFP sanctions underway, coming on their way, they definitely have to sell a few football players, and it's a massive one. In getting 100 million off their budget, that definitely could mean that it presents a big opportunity for the football club Arsenal to sign Alexander Isak. And despite the fact that the current manager Eddie Howe of Newcastle United, Eddie Howe, sings praises to the football player all the time. He wants him to stay, but the willingness of the football player, plus also the financial fair play and financial fair play rules, definitely will force the football club Newcastle United to sell the football player Alexander Isak. And I think that will be a brilliant move for both parties, as they can go and fish, get another scout, get another youngster, play for them, and Arsenal can take a finished product, And I think Arsenal, that will definitely bring positive results to the football club Arsenal. And Alexander Isak, I will definitely be happy when he joins joins the football club Arsenal, and I will definitely be right about here to give you the latest of information about Alexander Isak and this very deal. And we hope that this deal goes on quite well, as we think that definitely it will be a wonderful thing for the football club Arsenal. Otherwise, thank you for being part of the Arsenal chapter, and please subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you do not miss out on whatever I've got to bring to you right about here at the Arsenal chapter with me, your very host, Abu Carls. Thank you and goodbye for now.